I'm Tim Lane, the founder, proprietor, creator of DigitBikes and analog suspension. This is the bike that I made in my garage. The production bikes are going to be a little bit different. They're going to be much better, made by proper craftsmen. Let me tell you about my prototype and what's less than perfect about it. The production bikes are going to be super sick, going to be way improved. I'm very excited. Anyway, here we go. Here's the prototype Digit Datum. This one, as I say, it's a little different from what production is going to be. For a start, this one I made in my garage, well, with some help from some welders, because I'm not the best at welders. The proper ones are going to be made with real machines. They're going to have craftsmanship. This one, the welds are a little bit pudgy, and it has some issues where, for instance, you'll see that the stickers on my prototype here are coming off. This frame is painted with about 4 layers of barbecue paint, which is why it looks kind of scratched up. Production is going to be anodized. Anodized is going to be about ½ pound lighter than paint. Probably about £1 pound lighter than this one, because this one has an enormous amount of Bondo built into it to smooth out some of the problems from me hacking this thing together. Literally, this thing has a couple of layers of Bondo and some JB weld holding some of the parts together. But enough about the shortcomings. The rear triangle on this one is repurposed from an existing bike. Some people have already pointed out what that is. Good for them. Let's take a look at some of these machine parts down here. The bottom bracket people have been asking about is concentric. The lower link, actually rides on the bottom bracket axle itself. It has 4 bearings on the lower link, and there are 4 bearings where the bottom bracket goes through the frame. So double row on all the bearing sets. I've been riding today with 2 full-size water bottles on my bike. There's actually, I can fit a bigger one in here. I've also been riding with a 1-up pump, which has a tool in it here. And I've been carrying a inner tube here under my saddle. There's plenty of clearance here for the suspension to still compress, because it's only a 27.5 rear wheel. That helps me get over the back when riding steeps or when landing jumps, to not have the back of the tyre munch my shorts. Last week I landed so hard on a 29er, because I hadn't ridden one in a long time. Somebody else was demoing this bike. Last week I landed so hard on a 29er I cut a hole right through my shorts. So anyway, let's move along about what's going on with the bike. So CNC parts on this one are a little bit rough. The one that went to Eurobike that we have the photographs of on the website are looking a lot cleaner, but they're still not as good as production is going to be. To remove the shock on the Datum, on the digital analog suspension, this is just a regular Shimano bottom bracket tool. Use the plate one and unscrew it. Once that's done, the front of the bike, you unscrew the head tube badge. That opens up a hole. You have to drop out the fork, and then the whole thing slides out. So on the production, on the prototype here, we've got a real long valve stem. For production, that's not going to be this way. It's going to be recessed all the way in, so that only the valve cap is going to be sticking out. So it's going to be about 1/3 long as it is there. Here you can see there's a hole, and there's some stuff hiding out there. In production, that is going to be a rebound knob, which will be red, and a 5-position compression knob, aka pedal knob. You can use for pedal platform if you want, or you can use for making the bike more firm in the low-speed stuff that helps you pump through berms. So the reason I haven't got the adjusters here in the frame is, in tuning this prototype, I've not been giving myself the easy way out of just turning the dials. For developing the prototype, I've been adjusting the shim stacks and the piston ports and getting the valving right fundamentally on the inside of the bike. I'm kind of a middle-of-the-road rider in weight and riding style, so I'm going to dial it into middle-of-the-ground performance, and then we're going to add in the adjusters, which will allow people to, adjust those, open up those brackets to the faster and slower sides. And ride perfection will be yours.